Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake and OneManBand is back again, bringing you guys another RWBY review feedback video. This is feedback video number 2. And basically, it's taken me a while to get to this video, mostly due to the fact that I wasn't sure which videos to do, because like the story kind of took a turn and it was on a different arc and all this stuff. So I decided I'm just going to play it safe. I'm going to be covering episode 4, my Neo, the character Neo breakdown, and the first World of Remnant Dust videos that I did. And we're gonna just go from there. So let's start off with RWBY Volume 2, Episode 4. The Paladin is designed to command a unit of Elysium Knights. All its weapons are intended to be defensive or long-range. It's to protect the driver, not fight. Well, I can definitely see that being what it's used for, due to the fact that it obviously failed with Roman Torchwick driving it, fighting Team RWBY. It'd probably be... That's probably how it's supposed to be used, as more of a mobile tank command center for a human, as they help command robot soldiers. Neptune's weapon appears to have fired a dust ball or crystal-like at an EMP/explosive. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. It was an EMP explosive dust energy plasma gun thing. Yeah. Notice RWBY avoided using the word semblance when describing Yang's ability, even though the use of that word appears to be commonplace. So I suspect it is an extra ability driven from a family trait of RWBY's family. Well, what we've seen in the series, Yang naturally isn't an angry person, so it could be a family trait, but I guess RWBY didn't acquire that trait. Maybe it's specific to Yang's mother. But yeah, they didn't use the word semblance there. But I still believe it kind of is her semblance. But until we get more information, we can't know for sure. So just take those thoughts, pin them on a wall. That's what I'm doing over there. You can't see it, but I can. When Blake said that the person who started it was also very scary/sick, it would fit Adam very well. So Adam makes mask is unique in comparison to others in his, so him starting this would fit well. These would make him a person of great influence and likely high up in the command structure, but Blake never said leader. So you are referring to the fact that the White Fang wears masks so they look like grim creatures and stuff like that. It could have been Adam pioneered the idea, and yes, his mask is completely and utterly unique. Weiss's glyph in the episode seems to have a time alter-like effect when it sped up Blake. It didn't look like an old-fashioned clock. The purple-pink slashes, I think, are Blake's own power, as you can notice the effect in the black trailer, though it's a bit hard to see and make out, though. Yes, we have seen that Weiss does have a very wide range of glyph type powers, like ice. She's able to levitate on them, affect gravity. So why can't she affect time in a sense? Affect a little bit of time? And Blake using those purplish / pink things, yeah, definitely. I mean, that could be an extension of her power that we really only saw a little bit in the black trailer, so it would probably be easy for me to just completely not see. I'm sorry. So when Sun sent out his clones, they were different. One had his staff, the other nunchucks. An idea that the staff represents Sun's mellow, while well-balanced nature, while the nunchucks represent his childish and chaoticness. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to attach the ness to the chaotic. But anyway, would be really cool if, when they explained the staff clone had a more direct force, while the nunchucks exploded in all directions. Real interesting thoughts, but in Journey to the West, with the Monkey King, he's able to create clones of himself, and all of those clones have weapons. And, I mean, it definitely could, but I just think they did it to give a little bit of diversity to the clones. That way you can kind of tell them apart. But could be, definitely. To add to your fan rant about Sun's semblance, did you notice that his hair was glowing when he used it? That could be a bit of a shout out to how the original Monkey King used his hair to make clones, like you said. Exactly. Do your research. In addition to your savior of the world theory, maybe each school has a student that they count as the savior of the world. But what if they had their star pupil and each of the 4 students from each school form a team that will save the world? That would be awesome. Yeah, it would. Definitely. Also, the one champion system for each of the school or kingdom sounds really cool. RWBY might be Veils, and I think that Ozpin and the other higher-ups will actually use the Vinyl Tournament to search for their champion. Yeah, that might be the way that they kind of form the 4-man savior team, if you will. Or they're really maybe looking for the strongest champion to go and be their hero. Who knows? We can only guess at these things. In a sense, Penny is kind of like Legion in a Paragon Mass Effect 3 walkthrough. You save both Quarians and Geth. I like Legion. Legion was freaking awesome. I think while Penny's father created her body, Ironwood provided the aura from his recently deceased daughter and attached it to Penny, sort of like Alphonse Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist. Now that theory does make a lot of sense, due to the fact that Penny is the first machine to generate an aura. They would have to have an aura to start with. I mean, that's the easiest way to go. So, maybe it's a form of machine possession, in a sense? The only nickname pairing during the fighting part that didn't show up was Ruby and Yang. Well, yeah, you can't ship Ruby and Yang. That's incest. It's freaking gross, guys. What is your favorite RWBY fan shipping? Lyren and Nora. There you go. Because they're not together. On to the Neo video. First, fun fact. Umbrella is derived from Umbra, aka Shadow, designed specifically to conceal people from the light, hence illusion for baddies. But I will say, my first thought when I saw her was Mary Poppins. Could still work with the illusions. Poppins did have imagination powers or something. It's been a while, so I'm not quite sure. And for her weapon, I hope it is similar to the Penguins in terms of usability, aka Buzzsaw Umbrella with a rifle in the stock. Maybe some tear gas? Alrighty, with your whole theory on the whole her being Mary Poppins. Now, Mary Poppins doesn't come off as bad guy, but then again, the creators of RWBY have tweaked characters. Some characters who are bad guys in certain stories are now good guys. Some people who are good guys are now bad guys. But I find it so hard for them to just take some iconic character like Mary Poppins and make her a bad person. I mean, Mary Poppins, she's practically perfect in every way. It says so in the story. But the whole umbrella idea, coming from Mary Poppins does make sense. But I will give you this: until Neo has a bag, a carpet bag that has an infinite amount of space in it, I'm not going to fully believe that she's based off Mary Poppins. The ice cream thing could be a minor inspiration for the name, Neo's character design was actually originally a gender-bent Roman Torchwick. Can you see it now? The cane, the parasol, the white coats. Yeah, the Harlequin hair and eyes toss her into the uncanny valley to lock her in as a bad guy, and the way she wears her belt suggests a more modern casualness that contradicts the old fanciness of the parasol. And so she also wears pants instead of a dress or combat skirt. I believe that it is not illusion, but substitution. Also, you could use fire to melt her. I mean, ice cream. It does make sense that she would be a gender-bent Roman Torchwick. I mean, they're both fabulous. And they're both loved by the fan base. I mean, she hasn't even spoken yet, and people love her already. I think that the parasol is meant to be like the little umbrellas they put in drinks / ice cream. Where are they serving bowls of ice cream with umbrellas in it? I want to go there. Tell me. We haven't heard Neo speak, so maybe, hopefully, she has a French accent. Oui, oui. I hope so, too. It's a terrible French accent. I want me some Neo ice cream. We all want Neo ice cream. A few things you didn't mention. Her right eye is solid black, no white at all, and her left is silver, exactly like Ruby's. She is very confident and theatrical, just like Torchwick. She appears to be 15-ish. She's very comfortable around Torchwick, and no one's comfortable around him at all, so could be a relative like a niece or maybe a daughter, or could be a relative of a friend, or could even be a lover. Now, the whole relationship between Torchwick and Neo is a complete mystery due to the fact that we haven't seen them outside episode 4, just that real short thing. Now, as for her age, it's an anime. Who can say what any of their ages are? Well, of course, there are certain characters, like the main characters, who we know what their actual ages are because it's been stated they're 15, they're 17, stuff like that. But really, with anime, can you really tell? I personally think she is based on the Cheshire Cat. Granted, she isn't a faunus. The smiling and glass clones illusions seem to fit in my head. Perhaps it is a reference to the book Through the Looking Glass. It does make a little bit of sense that she have some sort of connection, but I don't think that there's enough real connections. I mean, she isn't a faunus, like you said, so I don't think there's any real concrete connections to really make it concrete. I'm using that word way too much. I need a thesaurus. Hey Jake, I want to recommend an anime to you. It's called High School of the Dead. I already watched it, boy. Watched it about a year ago. Boob physics. I have 2 theories already. 1. Winter Schnee is going to come into the series and be of some significance to the plot and all. 2, which contradicts the first. Neo and Winter are one and the same, and they don't know it, or Weiss knows but doesn't want to tell anyone. 2 theories already, and I've only watched this once. Alright, the whole idea with Weiss and Neo being the same person, I don't see it at all. I mean, if they were, we would obviously have seen Weiss react to that. Plus, when Weiss went to the transient tower to contact the Schnee headquarters, the person on the other end did say that her sister was there. And did Weiss want to talk to her? And she said no. So, Winter was in Atlas at the time, and I don't think she has instant transmission powers. But on the thought of multiple personalities with Neo, might very well be true due to the fact that, you know, the whole eyes different, hair's different. I mean, who can really tell? Or it could just be a fashion choice. I mean, I don't know. Anime's weird, dude. When you said the whole thing about Winter might defeat Neo right away, the first thing that popped into my mind was Neo x Winter. I'm so sorry, I'm so bad and worthless. Yeah, ship that. And Winter is the Illuminati. Where did you get that from? Everything's the Illuminati! Now on to what is dust. Actually, it's fire, ice, electricity, and wind. Oh boy, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of comments telling me the idiocy of that I made in the video, where I told the elemental things of dust. Lol, your theory on dust reminds me of materia from Final Fantasy VII XD. Yeah, it better be. That is the only Final Fantasy game I ever considered playing, but haven't played it. You all hate me now, don't you? I think that dust actually originates from the moon, due to the giant crater that makes up nearly half the moon. The dust the characters use are the original dust and has no element to it after combining with the respective elements. Dust that lands in the cold climate becomes ice dust, dust that lands near a hot source becomes fire dust, etc. It coming from the moon, that would make sense why the moon always breaks apart. But if the dust came from the moon and fell down to Remnant the planet, then how does the moon get reformed every single month? I mean, my personal theory on the moon is that it breaks apart as the month goes on, and then as the month comes back around, it forms back up again. I mean, unless the moon is a living thing. No. No, let's not go there. Cinder may be a biological experiment involving dust, possibly voluntarily, possible forced. It would invoke the infusion of burn-type dust into the bloodstream and nervous system, more than likely in an attempt to create a super soldier that could be part of Ozpen's, it's Ozpin, it's an I, not E, past a war to take control of Remnant from human/Faunus instead of the Grimm, who still continued to dominate the majority of the world, forcing humans and Faunus into either small stronghold kingdoms or wild bands of hunters. Now, this obviously didn't come without problems, as we see in Volume 2 intro, where Cinder cries her tears ignite. She could also be sterile or immortal. Her dress and tattoos are infused with burn, though she has made fireballs in her hands without them. Also, she has what appears to be a dead burn crystal along her right ankle, which do gleam before she makes a large attack. Could be possible to stabilize. Real crazy, that theory there. Now, them infusing Cinder's blood and nervous system with dust, it could have been possible, but it would have been she volunteered for it. Because if they did it forcefully, I don't think Ozpin... If Ozpin was involved, he would obviously know about it, and he would know Cinder as a person. Because as of right now, there's like Cinder's at the school, nobody really knows who she is, anything like that. I mean, she could be just hiding for all we know. What I believe is that dust is infused into Cinder's clothes, and possibly her tattoos. I mean, the Oblivion Gate tattoo thing that she has on her back could be dust infused, and her body being infused with dust would account for the glowing eyes. I would definitely say that. No, I don't think Cinder fused dust with her dress. I feel like she wouldn't take the risk getting caught without her dress. And as for what you said about her doing that, her tattoos were what were reacting. So I think she took it a step further and had it interlaced through her tattoos. Once again, Cinder, her tattoos being infused with dust is becoming more and more realistic in a sense. So, yes, that is my new theory, that Cinder infused dust into her tattoos. She is a weapon without a weapon. Did anyone else notice the possible clip of Jean/Jean's ancestor in the video using fire dust on his weapon? I call the sword being infused with dust. Alrighty. One. How do you get the connection that it's Jean's ancestor? I mean, it's an honest question. I mean, that's what I'm asking you. Where do you get that? I want to hear it, because I don't see it, honestly. I didn't see it. If you see it, then obviously you're smarter than me. Leave a comment down below saying, "It's right here, stupid!" But, as to the idea that Jean's sword may be infused with dust, it may be possible. But, as we know, the tools that the hunters and huntresses use are conduits of aura and dust. So, since Jean has a very powerful aura, he could probably use that on both his shield and sword, so he may not have to use dust at all, just his aura. Clearing something up, it is said that dust, the magic, was named after what the people came from. I don't know what that changes, but it probably means is not crystallized deaf people. Cool theory that for once it isn't me that has the bad grammar. I mean, no offense to you, bro. Oh, man. But basically what you're saying is that humans named dust dust. Because they were born from dust. Total Bible reference, I'm guessing. But, the fact that it's probably not dead people, that could very well be from that point. But you must also remember that the creatures of Grimm started killing off humans and animals and such. And as we know, animals also have aura. So, animal dies, body breaks down, aura becomes dust, crystals. The creatures of Grimm almost completely destroyed humanity, but then they found dust. And that's probably after mountains upon mountains of bodies had died, both faunus, human, and regular animals. So, the theory that dust could be crystallized aura could very well still be possible, but I do see your logic there. In a way, it's almost like dust is a living organism, since the introduction did state man was born from dust, but in a way, it can take life away since it has been weaponized by humans. Irony is ironic. I did just get a sad idea. What you said about dust being the remains of a dead person's aura, what if Ruby's cloak is infused with the dust made from her mother's aura? Could definitely be a possibility. But as we heard in the newer episodes, that Ruby's mother simply disappeared on a mission. She never came back. Ruby's mother, they never said the word dead. Ruby's mother is dead. They never said that. So she may be dead, she may not be. But how could they have infused Ruby's cloak with her mother's aura if she never came back, so there was never a body? So, that theory's actually out the window, I'm sorry. But nice idea, though. Really cool idea. Ruby's hood, I think, is made from dust because of the rose petals that would always come out of it. Now, we talked about how Ruby's cape could have been infused with her mother's aura. I disproved that theory, sorta. But her cape being infused with actual dust could be possible. It could, and by possible I mean probably, yeah. What we do know about Ruby's hood / cape is that she's very attached to it. She feels practically naked without it. So, it probably has some sort of family ties to it. Maybe it was given to her by her mother. Maybe it was a present from her father and mother. And maybe it was later infused with dust to help shield her from danger when she decided to become a huntress. What we do know is that her cape makes her. Pretty much as Crescent Rose makes her. Some other interesting facts about the world shared on the stream last night. Now, I didn't watch the stream because I was super busy at that time. So, let's go ahead and read these awesome things. There will be 2 more World of Remnant episodes after episodes 7 and 10. 2. Faunus are not only mammalian, there are other rarer type faunus. Mammalian faunus are just the most common. 3. Faunus and humans can interbreed. Awesome. 4. The kingdoms, Vale, Vacuo, Atlas, Minstrel. The academies, Vale, Beacon, Atlas, Mantle, Minstrel, Haven, Vacuo. The hint was that it means a form of shade, and since Vacuo is a desert region, I'm thinking oasis maybe? 6. Dust is a non-reusable resource. 7. Sun's team is called SSSN, pronounced Sun. Of course it would be. 8. Semblances are semi-hereditary, which means they could be similar, but not the same. 9. Sun is from Vacuo. And 10. Regular animals, and possibly plants, have auras. Alrighty, that's really important information right there. We're going to take that information, we're going to put it into our theories, and we're going to make amazing theories with this stuff. I really want to thank you for putting this comment down here. It really helped me out. Dude, special props to you, bro. Or girl. I don't know, because your name really doesn't pronounce gender. Alrighty guys, I think that's going to end this feedback video. I did it a little differently this week. I want your guys' feedback. Is this way better, or did you like the other version? I mean, honestly, this way I kind of liked reading all the comments and then talking about them individually. And then taking the ones that I thought most prevalent and then actually putting them into the video, due to the fact that most of them were kind of repeats. I mean, a lot of comments were basically about the same things, so I kind of just tried to wrap it all up. So anyway, like and favorite you've enjoyed, subscribe, of course, and thank you guys for waiting for this video. I mean, I was just being so lazy with not getting this out to you. But, I will see you guys next time I'm out there in YouTube land. Be a nice person, tip your waitresses. I'll see you then. Yeah!